They are very well aware that I will not join with RSS BJP. It's an ideologue block over there. Unless they change the ideology or I change my ideology, there can't be an understanding. They are aware of it. These organization leaders, they should change their leaders. BJP, RSS has made these leaders more vulnerable now, and therefore they can be manipulated anytime, any place, anywhere.
And if your grandfather, Mr. B.R. Ambedkar, was alive today, what would he think of the country today?
You can't just say that some nation is printing currency and therefore trying to sabotage Indian currency market.
You were always perceived as a threat and therefore kept at bay.
Whatever might happen, if he wants to put us behind the bar, let him put it behind the bar. But we will expose this government. There are a lot many skeletons in their cupboards also, which you can just bring them out.
So it's skeletons versus skeletons.
Skeleton versus skeleton.
It's my pleasure today to welcome Mr. Prakash Ambedkar to Leaders Lounge. He's been a 3-time member of parliament, one of the most respected leaders in Maharashtra, who heads the VBA, the Vanchit Bahujan Aghadi Party, which actually grabbed headlines in 2019 Lok Sabha elections with its performance. But I want to begin by asking Mr. Ambedkar, since then you have dominated headlines for various reasons, but electoral performance has not been one of them. What has been your own assessment of your brand of politics since 2019, particularly because we saw a bit of a dismal performance in the last Lok Sabha elections of 2024?
See, question is, we were in alliance with the MIM. And we were expecting that this alliance will continue in the assembly election, which was take place after 6 months. But somehow or the other, MIM took a stand which was politically not acceptable to the party. In the sense that they said that we need 100 seats of the assembly, which we said that this is giving a fodder to the BJP, and BJP will make a sweep. So then we decided that this alliance is not going to work now, because we can't fulfill their demands, and we can't allow the BJP to sweep the whole state.
Yeah, they may not have swept, but they still got the advantage. They still
They got
the
see, question is basically, I would blame the Congress for allowing BJP to continue this rule for 14 years.
But why is it, Mr. Ambedkar, that today, if you look at the figures, if you do a political analysis, it only seems like you are helping the BJP. It only seems, and there will be people who will say you are actually there to help the BJP. I'm sure there are people who ask you this often.
Question is basically, why do I need to help BJP?
No, your very existence.
I'll just say, who's there to stop me if I want to make an alliance with BJP?
Even that option is open to you. They are not averse
question,
to the groups
question
that
is
you
basically
represent.
Question is basically that option is open. I can always have an alliance, but we have decided not to have an alliance with BJP. It's because that their line of thinking and our line of thinking is totally different. And I know the day I aligned with BJP, the destructions of the political parties will be hasted, and last I will be also destructed.
So in a way, you are saying that instead of blaming you, they should probably look at their own performance and their own,
I would say question is basically time has come for Congress, for NCP, for even for Shiv Sena, that they should change their leaders.
Okay.
Their leaders are vulnerable.
In the state level, you are saying now?
State level and central level. They are vulnerable.
They are?
They are vulnerable. Vulnerable in the sense that they can be put behind the bars anytime. There is enough material with the government.
Okay.
And for the BJP, they need some time, for the RSS BJP, they need some time to consolidate their hold on all resources and institutions. They are allowing these parties to function. the moment the control becomes absolute and there won't be any revolt.
No, this is something very serious. You're
Yes,
saying
yes.
these parties can be obliterated
Yes,
if the BJP
they
chooses
can
to
be,
do
they
so.
can, the moment, the day they find that they are in a position to control every institution of this nation, these parties will be obligated.
So you're saying they haven't got there yet? They are very
They,
much on the
they
way.
are very much near there.
Okay. By institutions, what do you mean? Let's talk about the Election Commission of India first. Now the Bihar results are out. Analysts on both sides, of course, will give different reasons, but definitely one strong point that is being made is the capture of institutions, including the Election Commission of India, that has not ensured a level playing field,
Right.
that has allowed a scheme like 10,000 rupees to the women right ahead of elections, which
I'll give you
skews
one.
the even playing field.
Let's talk about the functioning of the election commission. To see that there are free and fair elections, election commission has two annexes. If I'm not wrong, one is annex number 54 and the other annex is 44. Annex number 44 is the total report given by the presiding officer at the booth.
Okay.
And Annex 54 is the report given by the returning officer of that constituency.
Okay.
Somebody should ask the election commission, and they are supposed to be submitted by the presiding officer within 24 hours after the completion of polling, and by returning officer within 24 hours after the counting has taken place.
Okay.
So the election commission must be having these documents. Somebody should ask the election commission whether they have this record for the Bihar elections. For Maharashtra elections, I can say they don't have the elections. They don't have the record.
Or maybe they have the record and they don't want to make it public. Are they?
Question is basically, I will go about what they have replied to me, to one of my colleagues from the Delhi who went in front to the RTI. They said that we don't have the records.
But officially they are supposed to.
Officially, these reports are to be submitted. And that is for the benefit of the election commission. For him to come to the conclusion that the elections are free and fairly conducted by these two officials.
Okay, so you're saying on record here today that an RTI that was filed to know whether the returning officer and what is the other officer?
Polling officer.
Polling officer.
Presiding officer.
Yeah, presiding officer and the returning officer, the documents that they are supposed to come back with, the election commission has officially replied saying we do not have those documents.
We don't have those documents.
In which particular election did you file this RTI?
Maharashtra.
After Maharashtra.
After Maharashtra
so
election.
After Maharashtra, the EC did not have these documents. And you are saying that's the first indicator.
That's a crux of the matter. That if you don't have these documents, the election commission doesn't have any information whether the elections are conducted freely or fairly.
And the entire matching with the polls.
And then voting records and the poll records have to be matched. So they are two different persons.
So that's a huge lacuna.
So that's a huge lacuna which exists.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they are not picking up this. They are fighting on basically, as I would say, is vote chori. When you can pinpoint the vote chori by those documents, you are not including them in
something
your
as
fight.
Basic as this.
That's a basic
asking
as
for
this.
something as basic as an official document about the returning officer and the presiding officer. I take your point. I think that will make big news also in terms of you saying this on our platform, that when you talk about vote chori, when you talk about unfairness of election commission, don't just say it. Ask the right question.
Ask the right question.
Ask the question that is absolutely necessary to ask. But again, I'm going to come to your brand of politics also, because like a journalist like me, when I observe your politics, one thing that I see is that why are you not consolidating the groups that you represent, the Vanchits, the Dalits, the Bahujans across India? Why do you want to stay limited to Maharashtra? Because you could leverage this pan India. Why is Chirag Paswan, for example, not in the same side as you, and leaders like you have your
So, question is
regional
basically, see, basically
leverage
I would
not
say
being
that,
used?
basically I would say that in the earlier days when we all had areas marked out. Ramila should look into Bihar, Kansharam would look after Punjab, UP, sometimes in Rajasthan. He would sometimes come down to Orissa also. And I would be in the southern states.
Okay.
So that was an understanding, you can say, because running an all India organization is a huge expenditure, which none of us could bear it. So worked it on this way, and we didn't work at each other's cross ends.
And you also aligned with different sides of the political divide in different states. Even
Yeah.
that was okay with you.
Yes, yes. And to put it across, I would say from the 1990 onwards, the concept of national politics started withering away,
Regional powers.
and regional centers became the
More
powers.
important.
So to run an all India organization would I would say it's very difficult, because you align with one in one state. You have to go along with somebody else in the other state. So having regional outfits
Give you the
was,
flexibility.
yeah, flexibility.
That's an interesting point. Yeah. You know, I see a lot of contradictions. The one contradiction that comes to my mind is you are the grandson of the architect of Indian Constitution, Mr. B.R. Ambedkar. And those who claim that they are fighting to protect the Constitution should have been the first ones to welcome you into their folds. But you keep saying, and even when we were chatting before this, you said the Congress never wanted to align with me, yet they are defending what your grandfather put together for this country.
So you see, I began my electoral politics, you can say, in 84-85. That is a period where Congress won handsomely, and Rajiv Gandhi emerged as a leader. We were three persons who lost elections by a small margins. That means Indira Gandhi wave didn't matter in our constituencies.
Okay.
So that was the first threat to the Congress. That because a young person without political background or anything, social movements, yes, I was there, student movement, but who could hold on? And I lost only by, you can say, 8,000 votes.
So from what you say, what I'm sensing is that you were
One-
always perceived as a threat and therefore kept at bay. And they
That's
ensured
one.
that you're
Second
kept at bay.
is when VP Singh, I think so, myself, Sharad Joshi and Datta Samant, we were the three persons who were there with him in the earlier days, who built a movement around Bofors, which led to 1989.
So for that reason, you are clear-cut a threat. You proved
So,
yourself as to
so
be.
question is basically, at an age, I had a very good understanding with all the national leaders. So that was a threat even to the National Congress, and that was a threat even to Sharad Pawar, you can say.
Yeah, so in that way, many would say that
Yeah,
you are
and
not
now,
aligned.
and now
but are
I'm,
you really not
and now
aligned?
I'm a threat to, you can say, RSS BJP.
Okay.
And as I've said that these organization leaders, they should change their leaders, because they are vulnerable at the present stage. And
Even
they can,
RSS BJP, you're saying, should change their leaders. You said about Congress.
I said Congress,
NCP,
Shiv Sena,
Shiv Sena,
NCP.
but you didn't say BJP, RSS.
I
Now
don't,
you
I
are
don't
saying-
know. Not BJP.
Okay.
BJP, RSS has made these leaders more vulnerable now. And therefore they can be manipulated anytime, any place, anywhere. And one of the present condition is that I should not be in, because they are very well aware that I will not join with RSS, BJP. It's an ideologue block over there. Unless they change the ideology or I change my ideology, they can't be an understanding. They are aware of it.
That's a very interesting point. So there are complexities there.
So they are very sure the only option left is this group. And these leaders being vulnerable, as I've said it, it becomes very easy for them to move away from me.
So since they are vulnerable, they know they are vulnerable, you're saying they would not have
Yeah,
with you that
I
easily.
put it in a very crude form, as you say, if you wanted it, that many of the Indian leaders, I would say, for them, the option is Tihar or freedom.
Wow.
So many of them chose freedom. That's an individual decision which they make, which I have
And
no
who are
grudges
these
in.
leaders? Like, can you give us some names? You're saying
See,
there
all
are
those who
skeletons
are
in
under
their
inquiry.
cupboard.
See, all those who are under inquiry. All leaders who are under inquiry. For last 14 years, Modi has not closed a single case. As and when necessary, he pulls out,
Use it, okay.
uses it, threatens them, and then once the need is over, he just closes the leader.
So you're saying the Modi government has enough to arm twist the biggest of leaders of the opposition?
Yes,
Enough incriminating
and
material.
I would say there is enough material on record if these people say that you can same way arm twist BJP also.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
See, question is, you must first decide that, okay, I'll be put behind the bars. Once these leaders decide that they can put that whatever might happen, if he wants to put us behind the bar, let him put it behind the bar. But we will expose this government. There are a lot many skeletons in their cupboards also, which you can just bring them out.
So it's skeletons versus skeletons.
Skeleton versus skeleton.
Okay. That's again a great line.
So once you know that your skeleton can be exposed, the blackmailing will stop.
But maybe this side does not have as many skeletons, the other side would, and also
There,
because they're sitting in
there,
power.
there are many skeletons which even the present government has it.
But that's comes with the territory with every politician, isn't it? I mean, I don't think there is any such thing as clean politics.
So I would not say clean politics. You see, question is basically, let's give me one example, I'll just tell you. In the 90s, I'm aware of it and therefore I'm speaking of it, ULFA had a problem.
I'm from Assam, by the way,
Okay,
so
sorry.
aware of
Yeah.
ULFA and its activities.
So ULFA activities had increased.
Yeah.
So it was decided that by war. I won't name the groups that were asked to do this. And they did it. And the ULFA activities. This is something which is illegal.
That had to be done.
It had to be done for the nation. Now, if you're going to harp on these kinds of things, which is plated illegal, and there you can't link it saying that no, we have given, this was done for so and so, so and so and so purpose. But only what is seen is funds have flowed. The flowing of fund is illegal, and the person who is authorized to do it has done an illegal act. Therefore, it becomes a criminal act.
Whatever be the larger intent.
Whoever comes in the government, I would say, he has to do illegal things
For a larger job.
for a larger job to be completed. Now, if every government is going to dig up the past of the other governments, we are left with no government at all.
Which is what is happening in a
Which is-
countries,
which is-
isn't
which-
it? And
which
like,
is
the
now
way they
happening-
are sentencing a former prime minister to death. I mean, if we were to do the same, if our country were to go down that path, probably the political parties, whoever comes to power, will be then sentencing the previous leader, to life imprisonment or something. Like
Yes,
it happens
that's
in
what.
Pakistan, it's former prime ministers are in jail. So you're saying that it's not as if that cannot happen here, it's not happening.
It's not happening.
Yeah,
Now to
but
give
the
you
same pattern can be
so
here
see
as
now
well.
to give you an example of the present Prime Minister. The Supreme Court is on record in saying that the Prime Minister doesn't have the right to cancel the currency, as I put it rawly. It's only the Reserve Bank which has the right either to withdraw or to print a currency.
Doesn't have the right to demonetize?
He doesn't have Prime Minister doesn't have a right to demonetize. Now he has demonetized it.
That's illegal.
Question is basically demonetizing is illegal by the Prime Minister. It's a criminal act. Should if BJP government go out, the next government should come and prosecute Narendra Modi for that. There might have been compulsions on that somebody must have printed currency outside. The intelligence department may have given him that information. And therefore, to save the present currency, he changed the whole currency so that the currency which is printed outside doesn't become a part of this currency. There might be any. There can't be.
Stated. The official reason was to weed out black money.
See, question is basically what you sell in public is different than what the actual reality is. You can't just say that no, some nation is printing currency and therefore trying to sabotage Indian currency market.
That
The
cannot
cry
be publicly stated.
that cannot be publicly stated. The cry would be then you destroy that country.
Why you're making us suffer?
Why
you're imposing it on us?
So there are so many reasons which might be there.
But at a state level, it has happened, Mr. Ambedkar. Like what you're saying, somebody in power, you have enough against him. Arvind Kejriwal is sitting CM and Jharkhand sitting CM have been dethroned, by taking out material against them. So it's not as if it has not happened in the state level then.
It
what
has
you're
level.
saying sounds true, rings true, because we have seen it happen.
See, question is
At a state
basically
level
my
leadership.
Kejriwal's case. I think so is very clear. I would say he changed the policy. Changing policy is the government decision. Now, while changing policy, what needs to be looked into is whether the state exchanger has benefited or not. In Kejriwal's case, I would say the state exchanger has benefited.
But yet he withdrew the liquor policy.
Question is basically he changed the policy. What was the earlier policy? He changed the policy.
Tweaked it,
Now, while changing that policy, I get a wind of it.
Yeah.
So I am going to make a good buck out of it. Now, somebody has made a good bucks out of it. You are going to say that policy was changed only because for him to make a buck would be an unfair as far as the state exchanger has benefited. You are not looking whether the new policy has benefited the state exchanger or no.
Yeah, but you are looking at whether private entities are
Private entity which has
then
benefited.
you are attributing it to unfair practice.
Unfair practices.
So it's about how you look at it, and then the government of the day decides this is how we will look at it, and you punish him for one side of the story.
Sorry.
Interesting. But again, let me move away from politics a bit. Let me ask you, as somebody who's been, actually this is also related to your brand of politics, and I must ask you this because this is what was reported in the news recently, that you have come up with this clear statement saying, do not support parties that oppose OBC quota.
Yeah.
What is it? What is this mindset?
See, question is basically Mandal decided who is OBC. And Mandal gave, looking into the Supreme Court's decision, they said the maximum that can be given is 27 and they recommended 27 for it. Which the government of India accepted, Supreme Court accepted, everything accepted. Now, you find that there is some class who is asking for reservation. Yes, as Indian society is not integrated society, is still a fragmented society. So politically, I would say there would be alignment and realignments within communities taking place. Now these alignments and realignments within the communities is going to hurt some community somewhere.
But that doesn't mean you don't.
That means those who have been left out would need a protection of the government. Therefore, I have always supported the Maratha reservation.
But you didn't
It's not-
support Jarange Patil when he did the
No,
agitation.
no. Question is basically Jarange Patil, he was not asking for Maratha reservation. He was asking the Marathas to be declared as OBCs. Once they are declared as OBC, then they will get reservation. Having certain
Because
issue.
that OBC quota is already declared, so he wanted that include us in
Us
something
in
that
that
is declared
deta-
rather than fighting for something
Something
which should be
else.
more difficult.
Therefore, what we were saying is that if you want to give reservation or if you want to help out certain communities, reservation is one way. Okay, they want for reservation, find out a way. Supreme Court has very categorically stated that the states and the central government can award reservation, provided they prove to us that this is a homogeneous group, discriminated group, who has been left out and who needs the government protection. We will stand beside you. Even if we have to cross the boundaries that we have laid down. When you have a very clear
Boundary, you mean
cut
the 50%?
50%
bar, yeah.
bar which they have said.
Quotas, yeah.
They said if we have to, because this is not going to be permanently, this is going to be for a generation, for a 2 generation.
It's not cast in stone.
It's-
But provided you come with the
You come with the proper
evidence.
proposal. Now, without coming with the proper proposal, and let me tell you is that the ruling Brahmins, the ruling Marathas, there are 2. One is, I call them as Nizam's Maratha,
Creamy layer.
creamy layer, and the other is Rayateche Maratha, means Shivaji's Maratha. Shivaji didn't have a system of Sardar, Jagirdars and Inamdars. He had a full revenue system. Now all those who are ruling, they are Jagirdars, Inamdar, Jagirdar and appointed by the Nizams. Therefore I call them as Nizamis. These Nizamis don't want the Marathas to become their.
Take the share.
No, they don't want them to come up in life, develop themselves and become a threat to their power.
So within the group, you're
Within
saying
the
internal
Marathas,
turmoil.
there is a. Therefore, what we are saying to Jarange was that you come out openly in saying that I am fighting for a separate, we are with you. But if you are going to say that no, I want from the OBC quota, we are going to oppose you.
But when you say don't support parties that are opposing OBC quota,
Yeah.
who are you referring to? Because
I am
ostensibly
referring
it
to
sounds like you're
BJP.
talking
I am
to
referring to
yeah.
BJP because BJP is responsible for inclusion of Jarange's demand.
So you are clear about that?
I am
that
absolutely clear about it. Because you are not bringing social understanding between them.
Are you not afraid that that in a way is alienating you as a political leader from a very large mass of the population
No,
in Maharashtra?
in fact, today you can say that the large group of Marathas are saying that what I said it and what I am demanding is the only solution which the government should accept.
Can I ask you something, that when you stand with principles, when you stand with your clear ideals, somewhere politically you lose out because the world doesn't function that way, and you seem to be a person, you are not looking at any political opportunism, you are looking at what is right by the book, but politically therefore you look depleted today.
No, so
That's not a good
the
precedent.
question is basically, as I have said, that between power hungry and development, if you say, I am with development. Once you become power hungry, you have large opponents with you. And the group that I am, Vanchit group that I am leading, you can say, needs development as a priority. Power is not their priority.
Okay.
Development is their
Fair
priority.
point. Yeah.
Therefore, bringing development at their doorsteps, I feel is more important than power.
So that's your mission. Even though you have been a
Mission.
three-time member of parliament, do you feel during that time the groups that you're representing, you could give them a voice? Did you manage to achieve a little bit?
I would say, being outside Parliament, I'm more powerful than being in Parliament.
Okay, you're happier outside.
I'm happy outside.
Talking about happiness, what else do you do other than speaking for your group of people, the vanchits, the marginalized? What is your passion?
See, reading is my passion.
Okay.
Developing things is my passion. Attending courts also, and not a
You're a
regular,
lawyer
not
by
a, not a
profession.
regular, not a regular matters, but challenging matters.
Oh, you do appear in court.
Yeah. Now we have challenged the UAPA as being unimplementable in view of the constitutional amendment brought about in 1978.
Okay.
So, yeah, challenging matters I do appear.
And what about the fact that just the last few questions about the way politics is changing today? You've been in politics long enough. What is the good and what is the bad that you see? There must be some good as well.
There is
the
no good, I
progression.
would say, at the
At
present.
all?
At the present stage, I would say there is no good. In fact, I would say we are deteriorating, derailing ourselves, and we are heading for a. Which I ask people one simple question. In the present given circumstances, whom do you believe as a political leader?
And what do they say?
People think first and then answer. It's not spontaneous.
Okay.
Once you believe a leader, it has to be spontaneous. It only indicates that we have either religious leaders or we have caste leaders.
And none of
That-
them are a good sign for a country
And none
like
of,
us.
none of them are good signs for a nation.
One last question. If your grandfather, Mr. B.R. Ambedkar, was alive today, what would he think of the country today? What would he be
He
saying?
already-
if, you can speak if you could speak as him, what is he saying today?
He said it twice, I would say. Once when the states were being formed, the State Linguistic Commission, he couldn't attend the meetings, therefore he wrote down the notes and published, submitted in the form of memorandum, thoughts on linguistic states. And there he said that the principles that had been followed by the commission, he said, it was a biblical thing. Thy cursed India, thy shall never be united.
Can you expand it for the sake of my viewers? Explain it to them.
Bible refers to these kinds of languages, which indicates that India has a curse, that it shall always be divided. And I am telling people that at least let this thought of Dr. Ambedkar be defeated,
Okay.
and let's India be united
You
for
want
times
him
to
to be
come.
proven wrong
I want him to be proven wrong
as a grandson.
as a
today.
grandson.
Wow. That's a nice line to end this conversation. Thank you so
Thank you.
much, Mr. Prakash Ambedkar, for your time. It was a pleasure speaking to you.